Fellas, welcome back. We're back with another one. Today, we're going to take a break from the serious shit. We're going to talk about trans men and growing your beard as you transition and you take your testosterone. One of the biggest parts of this journey is all of the aesthetic changes that you do get to enjoy as you're learning yourself. You've worked on the inside, you're still working on the inside, and then you get to see yourself turn into this man that you always hope that you be in the mirror. Well, what most men want, right along with us, is a beard, especially one that connects. It's not Patch Adams style, not sparse. And if you can't grow a beard, I still have tips that will help you grow the facial hair that you do have. Dr. Liam is back, human movement scientist, clinical exercise physiologist, too, clinician at Whole Foods, and I'm also a research scientist. I'm back today to explain to you how to grow a bigger, better beard, and these tips absolutely work. I've been growing a beard now for over 20 years. As far as a lot of people ask me how long it took into my journey, and I'm going to explain why everybody's when I'll grow my beard is different. But for me, before I started growing it out, I was at a point where shaving was really starting to bother my face. I was starting to break out because I was having to shave so much. And when I finally made the decision, all right, I'm just going to grow the hair on my face out, and then the world is going to know, that's when it happened. All right, so as I did these things I'm about to tell you, and as I've learned over the years, and including now, there are tips that I give you right now, that I'm about to give you right now, that I still use if I need a boost, and I can tell if I'm not doing those things because of the softness and the elasticity of my hair. It changes. And you'll notice that too as you start to pay attention to yourself more. That's why I keep explaining, get your head out from there and get into your body so that you can age gracefully and look like the man you want to be. Remember, I'm 48. All right, let's start out with first things first. Male pattern baldness. This is something that everybody brings up to me off rip. First of all, you're not born with DHT. DHT is the derivative of testosterone. That is what makes muscles, makes your voice deep. That's all the shit that's going to happen to you when you start taking your shot. DHT also makes your hair fall out if you are not living a proper lifestyle. Cis men will tell you this. Male pattern baldness happens according to your genetics from your father. Since most of your genetics came from your mother because of your chromosomal DNA, which I've never said you can change, by the way, to that idiot that said that, you won't have this. So all of the things that you do will have to contribute to your hair growth and your hair retention. Your hair retention is a lot more likely because you don't have natural DHT, but your lifestyle choices can speed that up and make your hair fall out a lot more quickly. It's kind of a catch-22, but if you catch it in the right damn 22, you're good to go. All right, so male pattern baldness we taken care of. The baby-making muscles that you have is exactly what that is. It's baby-making muscles that will sustain your overall frame, and make sure the fascia keeps your body in place. Make sure you hold proper water, your visceral organ fat, things like that. That's the muscle that you have born bio-female, and that's what it's for. There are absolute exceptions. We have, ladies that are born with PCOS, endometriosis, Stein-Leventhal's disease. There are also people who are born with a different genetic pattern, meaning, like myself, both my parents, hella muscular. My mom was a track runner, dad was an athlete. I was a lot more muscular in general. My brother is huge, as in muscle. My sister, she's muscular, but she's a lot more sleek. So it just depends. The more melanin you have, that also plays a role, meaning the darker your skin is. Yes, you will be more muscular, and you can look that up. That's melanated science. All right. Next, since we know that that's out of the way, let's get into what's going to make your beard grow. Now, Minoxidil. I've seen a lot of you put this on your face. Don't do that. Don't ever put Minoxidil on skin. It burns. It is a compound that burns intentionally. It gets in there and burns your follicle to open it up and encourage hair growth. Do not put it on your face. Put it on your fingertips. If you got a little mustache, rub your stash. If you got a little goatee, I've seen some of y'all with the drops and it's dripping all down your face. And then I hear the stories of, I was using Minoxidil, but it hurt my face. I don't know, it hurt my scalp, because you're applying too much in too bald of an area. There's no follicle to tease. You just burning the shit out of your skin. Stop it. Take it, put it on your fingertips. Even with this, with my beard, when I'm done putting the drops in the top of my head and I do the stuff I got to do here, I just take my hands and rub it through my beard and do like that. That's enough. Minoxidil will work because it's supposed to. If you overdo it, you'll hurt yourself. You're not going to rush any process. So now that the minoxidil is out of the way, this is how you do use it and what you use it with. Minoxidil and hemp oil, particularly. Hemp oil is awesome. It soothes and it ignites growth. It also will help your hair grow out silky rather than growing out hard and tight and kind of brittle from minoxidil. If you scratch your scalp, scratch it up nice, get it ready, boop, 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 and then the hemp right behind it. Rub it down if you brush, whatever you do. Rub the excess on the sides, hit your beard up, your little stash, or your little goatee and your sideburns, whatever you got going on. Washing, and that's it. I would do the hemp and minoxidil at night because you can lie down on it. You can cover your hair up if you want, create kind of an incubation kind of thing, and it'll make the heat from your head that automatically tries to escape, it'll help it grow. I wouldn't do that every night because you actually do need to let that heat escape. But that's a tip for extra growth. Products, do's and don'ts. Do not overdo it with products. Vitamin C oil. There's a Jasmine, Honeysuckle, and Apricot mix oil. It's a gold bottle. You get it on Amazon. That shit is amazing. Fur oil for my guys that get razor bumps. You get razor bumps if you're getting any type of skin issues where you're getting like craters from using tea. That happens because your pores open up. Fur oil will automatically shrink your pores. Cis guys that are watching me, it works really well for razor bumps, man. There is a kit that you can actually buy. And the kit is the scrub, it's the astringent, and the fur oil. And it's awesome. It works very well. FUR. Fur oil, vitamin C oil, honeysuckle, jasmine, and apricot mix. That's all I use right here, besides the hemp and minoxidil occasionally. That's it. A bunch of products are not going to make your beard grow if you're not doing everything else. Let's move into your food. Vitamins A, K, and D, collagen support. Collagen is extremely important. I grabbed this because it's sitting right there. Collagen peptide, I would put this in. I put this in my pre-workout and my post-workout. That's how I take it. You take 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons, depending on how much you want. If you don't read the instructions and you overdo it, you're going to mess up your belly. But the collagen support, this is grass-fed beef. It's 20 grams. You're getting everything that you need and a host of minerals that's coming from the bone, the beef bone. That's what feeds your bones. Bone marrow is what feeds the blood inside of your bones. That's the blood inside of your bones. That feeds your bones. Everything that you do feeds your collagen. Your skin is the biggest cell on your body, your epidermis. If you don't take care of it, then you will age outside in, taking testosterone. You'll have a lot more wrinkles. That's why a lot of these guys that get on gear, man, and they're aging just years ahead of time, besides the fact that they're doing too much, they're not taking care of their skin. And your skin tells the story because that's where your toxins come through. You're taking in oil. If you're eating shitty food, you're going to have more acne because oil in, oil out. That's an old school bodybuilding saying right there. Oil in, oil out. You know, if you're not taking showers like you should, you're not washing it off. So you're clogging pores only to get more oily, only to produce more acne. Does this all matter for your beard health? Yes, because you have pores on your face too. And if you don't clean them out, hair can't bust through, but a bump will. And you have big nasty zits where you have to pop out hair bumps and shit. Nobody wants that. Well, your lady might like that shit. You just get elbows on it. B5, pantothenic acid. B5 is awesome. B5 is a hair growth igniter for anyone across the board. I've given these tips to my ladies I work with that are in their 60s and 70s, all the way over to my cis guys that I work with that are the same age as myself, all the way down to younger guys that I train that are athletes that are using gear and they're losing their hair. And they're having to brush it all to the front like everybody do, like they got bangs because their hairline back here. We know what y'all doing. Remember, good fats, avocados, butters, nut butters, real butter if you're going to eat, no margarines, no spray oils. Do not heat olive oil up. Do not heat grapeseed oil up. All of these things raise your estrogen levels. High estrogen means no hair growth. High estrogen means fatty belly. High estrogen means high cortisol. And what do we always hear on the internet? The cortisol's spiking, bro. That means your estrogen is high, bro. Get your testosterone up. The higher your testosterone, the more hair you have. But if you don't do these things to combat the bad sides of DHT, then you're going to lose hair. See, those good fats, they go right into those follicles. And they tell the follicles, no, you're still good. We can still grow. All that good blood will still push up here when you're sleeping at night. All the good stuff you're doing, including having a kick-ass workout, is going to knock you out so that your testosterone levels, that your testosterone can level out, your brain can wash itself out, your hair can actually settle and calm, your follicles can open up, and just like a flower at night, hair will grow. All of the body's changes occur at night because you're resting. That leads me to sleep. If you don't have a proper sleep schedule, your hair will not only not grow, if you do have a beard, it's going to be really brittle, very hard, and not soft at all. You can't run your fingers through it, and you're running away from combs and brushes left and right. You don't want that. You want it to feel good. Hydration. Hydration is a part of keeping your beard supple, keeping your hair supple. These follicles are also sucking in water. Remember, the brain washes itself at night. The synovial fluid from everything, it comes all across your body. The fascia holds water inside of your body, up against your body, on the inside, over 60%. That's why a lot of people have back pain and don't know why. You need water. Don't overwash and don't overcondition. Well, actually, there's no such thing as overconditioning. Don't overwash. Some people wash so much, they get shrinkage. And they're like, especially brothers, you know, it shrinks up and there's little tight curls. If you, when you dry, pull your beard, comb it throughout the day, tease the follicles, condition it more than you wash it, unless you are nasty and you sweat a lot. Meaning every other night, wash it really, really well and then condition. Unless you are sweating a lot. For example, on my workout days, I'm washing my beard twice a day. Because a shower in the morning, you know, it's going to get, and then I'll wash it after my workout. That doesn't mean don't get it wet. That just means don't wash. Shampoos have chemicals. Those chemicals will strip the natural oil out of your beard eventually if you wash it too much. That's what causes the shrinkage. That don't mean don't take a bath. It does not mean don't get it wet. It doesn't mean don't wash it. Don't go tell anybody I told you that, because you're nasty if you do. Because that's not how I conduct my shit. No chicken breasts, no estrogen raising foods, processed foods, sugary drinks, chicken breasts, eating things that come out of boxes all the time, things where you can go and it's instantly served to you. That's processed food. That will slow down DHT and will raise estrogen. Hair won't grow. You have to pay attention to the way you eat now, and you can't eat the way you used to. You can't. Or you are going to get bigger, but in a more feminine form. So yeah, you have big arms and hips. Yeah, not good. All right, fellas, there it is. I laid it out. I'm gonna list the products in the description. I'll list all this little stuff in the description just to give you a play-by-play. My guys that join the email list, I see you, and I will be sending out this very breakdown, but much more detailed. Check out the Stand Store for a free shot hack. And notice I'm not trying to sell you anything. There's shit in there to buy, but I don't care if you buy it. There's a free shot hack tutorial. Get it so your shots don't hurt anymore. Okay? I have a job. I have options. Y'all take care, and I'll see you for the next one in a couple days. Like, subscribe, share, argue in the comments. I love it.